And so it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for one more Dark Knight's Metal character design in LEGO DC Supervillains. We have done a pretty stellar job so far. We have assembled a bunch of the different Dark Knight characters, whether it be, for example, Murder Machine right here, who turned out really, really cool. You've got Joker, or sorry, the Batman Who Laughs, I should say, not Joker. It's a crossover between Batman and the Joker. We've also put together Dawnbreaker, Merciless, Red Death, Barbatos, and Drown. So, of course, if you guys haven't seen the videos for those, make sure you check them out over on the channel. In fact, I'll probably just drop links in the description for you as well so you can get those easily. Now, with that in mind, of course, don't forget, guys, also to leave a like on today's video if you guys enjoy it. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Turn on your notifications. And in addition to that, of course, if you'd like to join the channel, please click the join button down below, and you will gain exclusive access to emotes that are exclusive to members only. With that in mind, here we go! The last Dark Knight's Metal character that we needed to assemble is indeed the behemoth that is known as Devastator, which pretty much is kind of, I would, at least in my opinion, it's Batman crossed over with Doomsday. So when I was saying that we were, wait, Devastator. When I was saying that we are done, we're not quite done, because obviously we still have to build Devastator. And then what I'm going to do, guys, is I'm going to do a showcase for all of the skins in one video. So stay tuned for that as well. For now, though, what we need to do, step number one, is actually give Devastator some claws, because he does have these kind of like knuckles that are spiked. So that's what we're going to try to replicate to the very, very best of our ability. And so we'll start with that. The other thing that I do know we have to include here is, of course, the giant scale, because Devastator is absolutely massive. That character is ginormous. And now we get to the actual design. So the most difficult thing about this character is probably going to be the spikes all over the body, because he has this, like, I mean, if you've ever seen Doomsday, you know what I'm talking about. Basically, he's kind of, he looks almost like a giant rock with, like, crystals sticking out of him. So that's kind of what we need to try to pull off and replicate, which, again, is obviously easier said than done. Okay, so that's not gonna look great. How about this? Is that the way to go, guys? What are we thinking? Probably not, huh? So I'm thinking either this for the spikes kind of design, or most likely we'll have to go with this, actually, for the spikes. So for the design of the spikes themselves, I think we'll go with kind of a off grayish color. We could go with this kind of more bluish as well. Does that match the claws? Let's see. It does. Perfect. Okay. Because that's what we want to do, is make sure that the claws kind of look similar-ish in color. Okay, for the arms, I am thinking we could go with this, but the key here really is going to be to, once again, go with that lightish color. And then the skin tone that we want to go with is going to be kind of almost a blue color. I think that's probably the closest we're going to get. Let's see. That's too bright. That's too dark. That's not bad, actually. I mean, that color there is not horrible, but it's not super duper accurate. I'm trying to get the right shade of blue for the skin tone. And that's obviously easier said than done, but I think that might be it. I think that's probably as close as we're going to get. So let's try that as our option here. Now, for the hands, we're just going to go with the same color there. For the hips, it should be just a black piece, sort of like shorts. And we're done with that. Now, for the legs themselves, what if we did this. And then that. Nope, that's not gonna work. I was hoping that would work, but it does not look great. What recolors on this? Still not gonna work. Okay, let's think here. Because ideally we do want to have, like, the kneecaps have detail, sort of. I mean, would that look? No, that looks a little bit too, like, tech-based, which, again, this is a character that should be kind of monstrous and more almost like on the fantasy side of things instead of the sci-fi design. So that's what we need to think of when we're building this character, is really think more of a fantasy design more so than a design that is based on, in this case, it would have been tech or sci-fi. So we could go this route, obviously. That is an option. It's probably, honestly, the best option so far. Because at least it gives a little bit of texture to the design. So that could work. Nope. I just wanted to see what that recolored would look. Oh, that's it. Huh. Okay, we don't have a whole lot to work with here, so I guess we're going to go with this design, since at least that was remotely okay looking, let's put it that way. Okay, now, for the torso. He does have a little bit of an insignia over the chest piece, so we could... I guess technically we could just go the custom torso route. Do something like this. Recolor that. Add a bit of gray or even maybe black detail like that. And then the logo across the center. It's a very unique looking logo, actually. And I'm just trying to think of which of these is going to look most like the logo. I almost think that kind of works. I think that'll work. Especially recolored into black like that. That looks pretty clean. What about this recolored? Nope, that just looks like a oval with no details. Okay, so I think that that will be the way to go there. And of course, now it's time to adjust the face. And for the face, I'm also thinking, is there any way that we could incorporate any type of bat-like features? If there is, that would be pretty sweet, of course. Will it let us place this on? Can you have this on while... No. Darn it. Yeah. Because it means that we cannot have a lot of other details incorporated, unfortunately. If we keep the spike attire. I mean, something like that would even be relatively accurate, to be honest. Let's see, would it let me place the spikes while that helmet? No. Okay, so we're going to have to get more creative about the actual design here. Okay, the first thing we need is something that makes him look a little bit more monstrous. So something like that works. I also want to take a look at this one here, Envy. Yeah, that looks pretty clean. That looks quite monstrous there. So that ought to work. Why did this recolor? Because I'm pretty sure it was this color. There we go. That's much better. And then we still need to think if there's any way... Just trying to think if there's any way I could... incorporate some of the other elements on the character into this design. I mean, even something like this could work. Just to give him a bit more of a accurate look. Though maybe the horns should be up front, kind of like that. It's an interesting take. Would it let us place this? Nope. So I don't think we would be able to place any type of helmet pretty much on the character. Because it's just going to automatically take down most... Yeah, you see, like, any design that is basically, like, on the lower part of the character, that's interesting, maybe, as an option, but it's not very accurate. Would that work? I wonder. That's an interesting take. Not very accurate. I wish it would have just let me place the bat helmet on. Because that would obviously work. Yeah. Basically, every option that would actually look accurate is not available. So that really, really, really stinks. Because we cannot use any of the items that would actually kind of in some way, shape, or form improve the look of this character. And unfortunately, it's not really letting us do that. I wonder, you know what I do wonder about, actually? If I were to select, let's say, this, then what is the color swaps here? Okay, perfect. So we'll make the eyes red, let's say, and then the mask, maybe even gray, sort of. Nah, I think black will work better. Would it let us, instead of using the giant spikes or the creeper collar? No, it does not. I was hoping maybe if we use this one, maybe it would then let us have the helmet as well. Because if that worked, that would have solved our problem. But since it doesn't, I guess we're going to have to just settle for the other elements here. I'm almost thinking maybe to go this way. And then obviously the spikes still incorporated, recolored, and there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That is our take on Devastator, the last Dark Knight's Metal character that we needed to assemble. Of course, let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think. Don't forget to keep sharing on Twitter and Instagram your takes on these characters. A lot of people have been submitting their own twists and their own designs. Some better than others, just being honest. But regardless, happy to see what you guys managed to come up with. This is our take on Devastator, or sorry, this is our take on Devastator. Looking pretty devastating, if I'm gonna say so myself. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments section below. And of course, if you end up assembling your own take on Devastator, please don't forget to share that. Again, Twitter, Instagram, @Blitzwinger, and Facebook, it's The Blitzwinger. Thank you guys so very much for watching. I'll hopefully catch you guys here next time. And don't forget to check out the Dark Knight's Metal Showcase.